I'm Rohan Sharma, your mentor in this program. Today we discuss Introduction to Currency or Forex Tradings. As we already know that for the better diversification and asset allocation, we have to think about some other investment alternatives which give us maximum returns with a low risk appetite. So, in this series, the currency is also considered to be a very good investment or a trading platform or product which give you a very good handsome returns as well as a low risk appetite. So let's discuss the introduction to currency or forex trading in detail. First of all, we have to understand what is the foreign exchange. What do you mean by a currency? What do you mean by a forex or foreign exchange? Foreign exchange rate is the value of foreign currency relative to the domestic currency. What it means? It means for purchasing $1, how much INR we have to pay. For purchasing €1 or conversion of €1, how much INR we have to take. So, any comparison from an international currency to a domestic currency is considered to be a foreign exchange, and this foreign exchange is called as forex. Somebody is also called as currency tradings. The exchange of currency is done on the foreign exchange markets, which is one of the biggest financial markets in the world. Every country is transact with the another country, and that transaction is done on the basis of foreign exchange. That's why the foreign exchange currency market is one of the biggest financial markets in the world. Now we have to understand the exchange rate in detail. For example, the $1 is equivalent to 70 rupees or 70 INR. This relation is considered to be an exchange rate. In this exchange rate, we have two foreign currency. One is the domestic, that is INR or rupee, and another one is the dollar. So anything that you compare with one, that means €1 equals to how much INR, $1 equals to how much euro, then the one base is considered to be the base currency. So anything, any currency pair, the first currency pair is called to be a base currency. That means if the currency pair is Euro USD, then the euro is the first pair, and that is called as base currency. And that you compare with another, then the second currency is called as term currency. By a simple example, we can understand easily the base currency as well as the term currency. If I said that the pair is Euro USD, and if I said that €1 is equivalent to 1.55 USD, in this the €1 is considered to be the base currency because of the first pair, and the second pair is USD is considered to be the term currency. It is the quotation, it is the transaction or the term that is most commonly floated in the markets. For an example, if the pair is USD INR, then the USD will be base currency and the INR will be term currency. If the pair is JPY USD, that means the base currency is Japanese yen and the term currency is dollar. If the relation is GBP INR, then the Great British Pound is considered to be base currency and the Indian rupees is considered to be term currency. I hope so you, by the examples, you can easily understand the concept of base currency as well as term currency. By the simple example, as the currency tables show on your screen, you can easily understand the relationship between two pairs. If I compare the USD with USD, then it is considered to be 1. If I create a pair of USD and euro, then the USD will be the base currency and the euro will be the term currency. So that means 1 USD is equivalent to 0.7468 euro. 1 USD is equivalent to 0.66 Great British Pound. 1 USD is equivalent to 99 Japanese yen. By this way, we can easily create a currency table and you can easily create a currency pairs. There are various factors that affecting the exchange rates. The pair currencies or the currency movements are fluctuating basically on three major factors. The first important factor is fundamental factors. In fundamental factors, we have to consider about economic indicators and the government policy. How the government tackling the fiscal deficit, how the government tackling the other borrowings and spendings in the country. The second important factor is technical factor that includes various important things like interest rates in our current country and prevailing in the foreign country. The inflation rate prevailing in our country and the foreign country. The exchange rate policy, is the exchange rate policy is rigid or liberal, that is also impact the exchange rate between two countries. And the central bank intervention, all the monetary policy and all the decisions taken by the RBI and the regulator is also impacting the currency exchange rates. The third important factor is political factors. That means a speculation, the stable government, whether the stable government is not, what are the activities taken by the government to increase the economic environment, then this also impact the exchange rate criteria. Now we discuss about the currency derivatives. Why we need to understand the currency derivatives? Because we have to participate in the currency markets through a derivatives market. In the spot market, it is an OTC market, over the counter, where you have to go personally. The buyer and the seller meet together and they have to change or exchange the currency from each other. But if you are a businessman and you have to minimize the risk of the spot currency risk markets, then you have to participate in currency derivatives. A currency derivative is a future contract traded on a central counterparty called exchange to buy or sell activity of an underlying asset. Here the underlying asset is currency, and the completion of the contract is on future date at a specified price. That means a contract between a buyer and seller through an exchange to minimize the risk of spot currency by taking a futures contract which is completed at an expiry date. Why we need a currency derivatives? Why there is a requirement of currency derivatives? There are several reasons for it. The important reasons are transparency and the efficient price discovery. As the exchange is available, standard contracts are available, the huge liquidity is there, then the transparency and the efficient price discovery is done through currency derivatives. There is an elimination of counterparty risk because the exchange is the middleman and he is guarantee you for your transaction completion. Access of all type of market participant, either the exporter or the importer, speculators, hedgers, insurance companies, banks, financial institutions, they all are considered to be a market participant in currency derivatives. The products are standardized products so that the liquidity is maintained. There is no hassle to be trading in the currency derivatives. And a very popular trading platforms are available to you. You can trade through an app, you can trade through a desktop based application. A standard automated trading platforms are available to you that you can access at any point of time. There are three trading exchanges basically or bigger exchanges available in the currency tradings in India. The exchanges are National Stock Exchange, which is also biggest exchange for equity tradings, the Bombay Stock Exchange, which is also start the currency tradings, and the Multi Commodity Exchange, which is the biggest exchange for trading commodities, and the currency trading is also trading in multi-commodity exchanges. So all three exchanges are create a huge turnovers and become a central counterparty for currency tradings in India. There are several participants in currency tradings in India are importers and exporters, because they have directly have a risk of foreign exchange, because they have purchase or sell the commodities or services from one country to another, and all payments are come in foreign exchange. The hedgers are there, those who want to reduce the risk of currency exchange fluctuations in spot market, then here to participate in currency derivatives markets. The speculators who want to play with less amount, he enjoy the broader leverage in the currency derivatives, they can easily play in as a speculator in the markets. The traders who can play either side of the markets, and the arbitrageurs who get benefited of price inefficiency from one currency market to the other currency markets. I hope so you enjoy this lecture and you understand the concept of currencies and the importance in the Indian market as well as in the worldwide markets. As you already know, the currency is the biggest financial markets, so you have to understand and think about the applicability of currencies trading in India. As the conclusion in this lecture, we have to point out three major points. For a better diversification and reduce the risk, we have to consider the currency as a part of our asset allocation. The second important thing, there are numerous exchanges and the liquidity which provide you a safety and insurance in the currency derivative tradings. The third important thing, those who are the speculators and the investors, they also participate in this currency trading through various exchanges which are available in the Indian market.